Alrighty, so we do women. We always do a cause. Another thing we're gonna do once the season starts, which we can kind of do today because there are some preseason games, is we will do like a preview of Thursday night games since we're on Thursdays. But for tonight, we're just gonna do like an overall season preview and talk about kind of where we think our teams are at, um, who we think is going to be successful this year, and kind of talk about how preseason's been going. I can go first.
Okay.
Because I hate it here because everybody is getting hurt and I hate preseason. If you've ever talked to me about preseason, you know I don't like it, and that's that. But I mean, there's no way to avoid it because I mean, look at Tyron Smith. Non-contact injury happened at practice. What do you do? Like stuff like that's gonna happen. It's just super unfortunate. The Cowboys have had a lot of injuries so far, so it's like not looking very good. And we signed absolutely nobody in the offseason, and our draft was very meh, in my opinion. I am not convinced that anybody is going to be that great. And now Tyron Smith is hurt, so our O-line, which is already not good outside of Tyron Smith and Zach Martin, is now worse. So that's fun for Dak and Zeke, who they will put all the blame on when everything goes downhill. Not put the blame on themselves for not having any backup plan for if anyone ever got hurt. So that's fun. Gallup's not going to play at the beginning of the season because he's still recovering from his ACL injury. James Washington is hurt, so he's not going to play. The only good signing we had is now not available. So we have someone from the USFL and random people we've gotten in like the 5th round of the draft, like for the past 3 years. So they're doing great. It's great. We're still gonna be better than Washington, so that's all that matters.
Poor Sean.
The Eagles are looking scarier by the second because they just seem to be doing great things, but we don't.
I know your other favorite team.
Blech. If I want any team to do bad this year, it is the Eagles and the Browns. That's all I'm saying on that.
Tell us how you really feel.
Lose every game they ever play this season, and I would not feel sad about it. But yeah, that's how I feel about the Cowboys. What are you? Injuries are not my favorite. It's injury season, and I'm not here for it. And
Neither.
For the most part, it seems like the majority of our injuries will not be season ending, but we're still going to have to wait a few months before they can come back.
How are your Bears looking?
Well, honestly, like, listen, all I'm happy is that the two rookies, well, the one sophomore, Jenkins, kind of turned his attitude around and seems to be finally accepting his role on the team. And then the guard we picked up from the draft seems to be also doing pretty well with protection. Our guys can run the ball, behind him. And so really, I'm just honestly, like, for me, I watch preseason just to see kind of with Ash, like, who's going to kick cut, like who's going to make the roster, who isn't. I don't actually predict the future based on preseason because I've seen it fail time and time again. Every year, people make predictions off of how people are winning or losing, and then when the regular season comes around, it doesn't count for anything.
Yeah.
So really,
look at the Ravens winning every preseason game of their entire lives, and
right. So when I look at the preseason, I look at the Bears. I'm actually looking at who are they cutting, right? Like, I know we cut, Sean's favorite guy, Newsome, but again, like, it just kind of happens, right? When you have a depth chart and you have to make those cuts, like, you have to make these decisions. So I actually make more of my analysis after the first 2 weeks of the regular season. But preseason, I'm just looking at who's going to make the cut. What do I see? If I see anything promising,
like
that I can kind of see, right? And so for me, the preseason is more just kind of getting to see what my roster is going to end up being, right? Which, after basically this week, we're going to start seeing that even more. We're going to see more guys cut, like, across the board, right? And people
definitely.
kind of finalize what that's going to look like. And so that's really what I honestly, I want to see better protection for Justin, because I still have an issue with that. Right. Because it hasn't been great. It's not awful, but it hasn't been great. So I'm hoping that by the regular season that actually is solid, once they make their cut and their picks and guys know their positions. Because sometimes it also comes down to that, like the guys knowing this is going to be your position, right? So this is what you'll be doing this season, or we might alternate you. Injury wise, cross my fingers. Thank God we're okay so far. So I just don't want to throw it out there, bad juju, So right now, our preseason injuries have been non-existent or not enough to warrant, ending, season-ending type stuff for a few weeks. So I'm okay with that, and so I'm glad that there's no more games. I'm really glad that we're done, until like the actual regular season begins, unless whatever. But I'm just gonna keep hoping for the best. But really, that's kind of how I look at the preseason. So hopefully, we'll see. Like, I'm just honestly, I do make my analysis better after like the first 2 weeks. And preseason is just for me to really observe, and also for fantasy football. Like, don't pick this guy; he's not going to be available.
Yeah, all of our O lines are like not looking that great.
No,
honestly. And I agree with this comment from Ben that thankfully our schedule is very easy, so we might be able to get away with not having him on the field for those first couple months. But our team is much, much, much better when Tyron Smith is out there, and it's every season he's gotten hurt. Since 2016, he's missed 2 or more games every season, and every season we never have a backup plan. And it's very frustrating as a Cowboys fan.
I'm sorry.
Moving on to somebody else's O-line problems. How are the doing?
I have my Tommy's bodyguards are a little down and out right now. But there's always drama with us Buccaneers when you have Tom Brady as your quarterback, of course.
Is Tom Brady finally deciding to come back and actually play with his team?
He's been back all week.
Does he even want to play football? Is he the next Aaron Rodgers? Or we're questioning, does Tom Brady
don't even put him with Cameron Poe wannabe. Don't even bring Aaron Rodgers up on this show. Blech. No.
I had to do it.
No, but anyway, we have Aaron Stiney out, knee, probably out all year. Jensen with his knee, his center, slight chance of returning. Tristan Wirfs with a oblique injury, probably will be back at some point, don't know when. So 3 of our best our linemen on offense, Tom's bodyguards, are down. It's pretty sad. And they're right now not looking to go out and get anyone to fill those spots.
You're pulling the Jerry Jones. We like what we have at home. They need
to
step up.
But anyway, we are pretty loaded at receiver. Evans will be back.
Coming back.
Evans should be back soon. Look at Godwin. He wasn't supposed to be back for training camp and everything, but he worked out with Tom's witch doctor, as I like to call him, and got back before the season started. We just signed Julio Jones, which was a really huge pickup. Oh, good Lord, have mercy on my soul. Cindy, that's another topic for another time. Anyway, I think we'll be okay. I think we're going to come out strong. Tom will have the team ready. I'm very thankful that he decided to come back because our backup quarterbacks aren't doing as great as I was hoping. Blaine Gabbert and don't even go there with my backup quarterbacks right now. They're awful.
I don't want to talk about those either.
So they haven't shown really good stuff. I mean, the last game was better for us, but not as good as it should be. So it's nice that Tom's back from his prepared leave and leading the team. He came back this week. There was no Masked Singer. He put those rumors to rest.
He was following in Gronk's footsteps.
Sadly. Yeah, he's not. But yeah. Oh, I'm gonna miss him and Gronk, but we have Kyle Rudolph now. We're gonna have a good season. We're going to beat them boys week 1. Sorry, Ash.
I mean, probably. I'm not holding out any hope that we will win week 1. I was really happy last year when we kept it close.
But I think
week 1. The Cowboys have never beat Tom Brady, so I'm not going to hold my breath.
Yeah. They say Tom, the quarterback coach, has said that he's never seen Tom throw better. He's throwing it a great precision this season for a 44, almost 45-year-old man. He's doing really great. So yeah, I think we'll have a decent season. I think we have a chance of going to the Super Bowl. I mentioned that on the show with North Sports Dynasty. Me and Andrew talked about it. My other Buck fan. Thank God for Andrew. He understands. And some of the other guys understand as well. So anyway, I think the Bucks are going to have a very good season. And I think if we can get some offensive linemen in place of these injured ones, I think we're going to do well. I'm just concerned because the center is the guy that is in tune the most with your quarterback.
Yes.
So with Jensen being out, and that's Tom's boy, who he trusts and knows is going to like work well with him, it'll be interesting. So. Yeah. With that being said, I'm excited for the season to start. I'm excited for what's to come. And I'm excited to see my man, Mr. TB12, everybody's favorite. And let's talk football.
I don't know. There's another
on the field.
I'm done. Tom Brady talk. I'm moving on.
There's another number 12 out there, right? That people love. But no, that's one thing I don't have to worry about. Like Simeon did good for us at backup. So, I mean, it's good to know that's one area I'm comfortable with.
You have a good QB quarterback backup?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Simeon did good.
I thought he was doing good. I thought he was doing pretty good. Our backup quarterback situation is terrible. This is bad. I don't want to talk about it.
Sorry. No, it's awful because usually like I'm always like, we had Foles, we had everybody, we had the whole crew up in there. I'm okay with where we're at, like, field. And then we got a strong backup, it seems like, so that area I'm okay with. With Tom Brady, I'm surprised that the Bucs didn't pick up Wes Martin, but the Commanders did, because the Jaguars cut him, and he's a veteran, and he's been to Pro Bowls, and apparently, he had the numbers. So I was actually surprised that,
Todd Bowles and all the other coaches.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Fire and left. Does not think they have a desperate situation yet.
Yeah, I don't know, because you're right. Like, I'm glad that Tom Brady is throwing well, but he is 45, and when you hit the ground at 45 by like a 300-pound charging, you know what I mean? Like,
what a lot of people say is the way Tom Brady goes down, if he does go down, he's very pliable, and that's something his witch doctor, as I call him, is like really good at working on him at, is like when he gets hit, is he going to be pliable, or is he going to go down and stuff's going to break?
Hey,
the refs will help him. So
I hope so. Hey, Bears fans have little to ever be grateful for you. So, I will take whatever I can get.
The Bears fans are just taking what they can get. At this point, they have an amazing quarterback, but unfortunately, they have nothing to protect him. So I'm just that Justin Fields doesn't end up.
But hey,
out there this season.
There is some drama going on in the NFC North with Mr. Cameron Poe, as I like to call him now, because of the fact that he is angry with his wide receivers and is arguing with them because they're not playing well.
I mean, to be fair, I would probably be mad if I was him too, because he just went from arguably the best receiver in the league to nothing. Like,
So the
absolutely
NFC
nothing.
North might be a toss-up this year with the Lions and everything. So you might get a good chance there, Delilah.
I wish, but I know better.
I'm gonna get the, no matter what, I'm
You.
gonna keep the Bears right at the bottom. Unfortunately, maybe in the next few years they can move their way up.
I
but-
just
I'm trying to
listen.
give you some
No,
positivity.
I know. I'm gonna keep on carpet bagging it. So if something good happens, then just because then if something positive happens, they're like, oh my god, something great happened. So I'm gonna keep my like.
Don't get on the like train of delusion that like Cowboys fans get on, where it's like, oh, look at us, we're doing good, we're doing good. We
Yeah,
have the easiest schedule in the world, and we're amazing, and then it all just goes, and we lose first round of the playoffs.
Right. So I'm just gonna like take it as it is.
But after watching all the Hard Knocks shows on HBO, I'm just really extremely excited for the Lions this year. I will say, talking about previews to the season, I am excited to see what the Detroit Lions do. Your boy Amon-Ra St. Brown's looking phenomenal in training camp. He's looking super good. The coaches are super happy with where he's at. Yay. Jared Goff, we'll see what he has to give.
I fell off the golf train 2 years. I try to every year be like, he's gonna go back to like Super Bowl golf. Like, it's gonna be great. He's fine, you guys. He's fine. And then every year he comes out and he doesn't do it. And I'm like, never mind. I give up.
But I'm excited. So I'm kind of looking in the background of the Lions this year as well.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.